Hi, and welcome back to Health by Heather Hirsch. Today on the channel, we're talking something a little different. Today, we're not talking about hormones or how to interpret your labs. We're talking about something that so many of my patients report to me, which is going on in the background of all the physiologic changes in midlife. And that is caregiver strain. And honestly, this is something that I'm starting to experience myself. And it's really, really significant because so many women who are going through the physiologic changes of perimenopause and menopause are sandwiched between young children who need them. They're sandwiched between parents who also need them, who are getting elderly. They're trying to take care of their homes and their finances, their pets, their partners, and maybe also at the peak of their careers. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 of my tips on how you can combat caregiver strain. If you don't know me, I'm Dr. Heather Hirsch, and I'm the clinical program director of the Menopause Clinic at the Brigham and Women's Hospital, where I work and see patients in Boston, Massachusetts. Now, it is really difficult to get in to see me, although I'd love to see you. And so if you want to work with me, the best way to do so is my course, the Reclaiming Menopause Masterclass. And if you're not already on my email list, make sure you get on because I've got some important updates and exciting opportunities coming your way. The reason caregiver strain is so important is so many women have physiologic changes, meaning their estrogen, progesterone, testosterone levels are starting to decline at the same time as they're having a lot of social and psychological changes. One of the big reasons when women tell me they can't get into bed or they can't turn their brain off is because they're thinking about one of those things. Oftentimes, it is family. And even if you don't have children, you probably have a lot of folks in your life who need you. It could be that coworker who is leaning on you. It could be your boss. It could be your partner. It could be a sick pet. It could be all of those things. And so not just one type of person with one certain family fits caregiver strain. It's really, really important. So this video, again, I want you to take seriously. In fact, I've worn my signature pink shirt if you've been watching my channel for a while. This is one of my favorite shirts, and I picked this out specifically because this is such an important topic. Without further ado, let's get into my 3 tips. Tip number 1, you may laugh at, but it's exercise. Now, this morning, in fact, I kid you not, I did not one exercise, not one drop, not at all. I wanted to take a shower and film this video. But the reason that I exercise is not for physique, it's not for anything external. It's for my mental health. That's entirely what it's for. And if that encourages me to eat well, and if that encourages me to stay healthy, to drink a lot of water, then great. You're not going to get fit if you're not in a great mental space. And so I exercise for mental health, and you are absolutely going to need it. You might also be doing a lot of traveling. You might be taking long trips to see a parent. You may be doing a lot of hurrying up and then waiting, hurrying up and then sitting in a doctor's office. You may be getting terrible sleep. It's going to throw off your metabolism at the same time, of course, that all this caregiver strain's affecting your mental health. So I really want you to find a way to exercise. It does not have to be particularly intense or particularly long. Remember that this is for your mental health. So it's doing 2 main things. One, it's giving you something that's super, super precious that women seem to dole out in midlife, which is alone time. If it's doing nothing else, it's giving you time by yourself. And when you're exercising, the part of your brain that makes decisions, your prefrontal cortex kind of gets to go to sleep, and you can focus on other parts of your brain, making it a lot better when you go back to use that decision-making part. So it's alone time, and then also you're gonna get those like endorphins, you're gonna get that lymphatic tissue moving, you're gonna get your heart rate up, which is so important when you're taking care of everyone else. It literally is the airplane, idea of the masks come down. You have to grab yours first. And I promise you, if you don't, it's only a matter of time before you burn out. Number 2, you have to prioritize. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They try to do everything. I see this day in and day out. We think we can do it all. Maybe we've done it for a while and we've just acclimated to that, or we think we have no choice, but you have to sit down and prioritize. If you need to figure out if you're going to be able to take a little bit time less from work, maybe that's going to mean you make a little bit less, or maybe you need to take money from somewhere else. But what other changes can you make to do that so that you have more time to take care of those loved ones. Maybe money isn't the issue, but time is the issue. Maybe you need to, step away from your boards, your volunteering work, church even, because you have to do things in your personal life. But you spent so long serving others, and perhaps you've gained your identity as serving others, and that's not going to serve you forever. So you have to prioritize. You've got to sit down, make a list. Is it family? Is it parents? Is it kids? Is it work? Is it your job? Is it volunteering? Is it the extra things that you do? You have to prioritize, and by prioritizing, that means some things make the list and some things don't, or you have to juggle them. But remember, this can be a season. This doesn't have to be forever. But learning to prioritize is only going to help you become better at the complex decision making that you're going to have to do for your family. The third recommendation I have is outsource. And this goes a little bit with prioritizing, is that women are used to doing everything, and that maybe has served you. It's either filled an identity for you, or it's given you something to fill up your time so that you don't have to actually deal with what's actually going on in your own life. But just as you have to prioritize, you're gonna have to outsource things. So that could be something simple. You can go on care.com and get someone to do your laundry, or your parents' laundry, or you can get someone on care.com to pack lunches for you. You can have meals delivered, you can have your house cleaned, you can have laundry picked up and delivered at this point. You can have anything at this point outsourced, and that's great. First of all, it helps the economy. Everyone needs something to do, and if you can help the economy take something off your plate while you're prioritizing and spending those 5 minutes exercising, you are going to be so much better at the caregiver strain that you have. There's so many things that you can outsource these days. Outsourcing might also mean not having to just pay for it, but asking people to do certain things that traditionally either they haven't been doing or they've been offering you services, but you're too egotistical to take their help. So if someone in your neighborhood or someone in your church wants to help you, please let them. It's not a sign of weakness. And I bet that you have loved helping somebody else. I know it, because that's why you are having caregiver strain. So let people help you. You have to figure out what you can outsource and what other people can do for you. Guys, caregiver strain is so real. And again, all those things that are happening to women, including not being able to sleep, not sleeping well, potentially having symptoms, brain fog, trouble with memory or recall, are all going to impact how we're going to take care of all these people while we're in the center of this universe that's seemingly spinning around us. Make sure you take time to exercise, prioritize, and outsource. If you're really having significant blues or insomnia from this, then definitely seek mental help. Talk to your doctor. Again, there are seasons for things, so medications are sometimes helpful if needed to help you focus or to help you get through tough times. So I want you to know that you are not alone. In fact, this is a significant part of perimenopause and menopause. And I hope that these tips were helpful. Let me know in the comments below which ones you want to work on after watching this video. Let me know what other topics that you guys like. If you want to work with me, please consider the Reclaiming Menopause Masterclass. Also, like and subscribe to this channel if you found this really helpful. Share it across your socials, because we are growing an army of women who care about women's health in midlife. And it's not just one thing. It's not just hormone therapy. It's not just breast health. It's not just bone health. It's all things in between. All right, guys, I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye, everyone.